Hey there, welcome back. Look at that potato. So, I've got 10 grow bags and a box of potatoes, and we're just gonna get going. These are 25-gallon grow bags. I've got a couple inches of dirt in the bottom with compost. We're gonna add, I think, 3 to 4 potatoes per bag and just see how it does. Let me just show you. Look how good that looks. I cut and cured my potatoes. It's kind of hard to see, but when you cure it, it forms this new, like, hardish skin. I thought it was mold at first, but it's just really leathery on these potatoes. For anyone who doesn't know potatoes, we don't plant them and grow them like you would expect kind of normal vegetables to grow. What we're gonna do is plant these about I'm just gonna plant them right under the surface with enough dirt they can start growing. And what I'm doing here is just rolling down the sides of these bags to let in some light. When it comes to potatoes, you want to plant it and then let the plant grow up. And then as you bury it with more and more soil, it creates more and more potatoes. Some of these are really long. So we're just gonna make sure they're covered pretty good. I'm gonna do 4 potatoes per bag, and we'll just see if it ends up being too crowded. I'll just know for next year. But I think it's gonna be all right. These bags are pretty spacious. Okay. One more. I will be growing peanuts in similar bags because I don't have the soil yet to grow things, that need a lot of loose soil in the ground. The soil we have is very rocky just because of the area we live in. It's really rocky and it's really clay heavy. I did go through last year and I got all the rocks out of the carrot and garlic bed. And I do believe in no-till gardening. However, I would have been unable to grow either of those crops with the way our soil is. So I went through those 2 beds and I got the rocks out. But now I just won't be digging up those beds anymore. I don't have a need to till it now that the rocks are out of it. Honestly, I will just top dress it with compost and duck manure. Okay, 3 bags down. We got a whole lot of potatoes to go. With this potato harvest, we're planting a lot, and ideally we get a lot out of it. Some things we're gonna try this year that we haven't actually had a solid potato harvest before. I've grown potatoes, but it yielded a lot of small potatoes that weren't particularly useful because I didn't know how to grow them. So I didn't have any potatoes to store. I'm hoping that this year we'll be able to try our hand at doing some dehydrated mashed potatoes too. If the texture doesn't bother us, I am going to try to store them in our sheds, which stay pretty cool. But we're going to dehydrate some of them too and just try our hand at that as well. Now, the thing about the garden that I actually really love is that things want to grow, right? So let's look at that potato, right? Nobody had to will this potato to grow. it started growing without water, without sunlight, without warmth. This potato is growing. So that means that even if your harvest isn't awesome, even if you don't know what you're doing, these plants have the natural inclination to just grow. Okay, of my 10 grow bags, I filled 9 of them. So now it's just a matter of wait and bury. I do have one grow bag behind me that has dirt and no potatoes. I'll save that until we plant peanuts a little bit later in the season. But that's it for potatoes. They're started, they're growing, they're doing great. Make sure you're following along as I update you as these grow throughout the season. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time.